and to shed more light on the foreign minister's meeting with the British official on Monday. We are joined over the phone by Mr. Rahman, journalist and political analyst. Good afternoon, sir.
Well, good afternoon to you. Hello to you and the dear viewers.
So, Mr. Amra, how would the meeting today between Foreign Minister Badr Abdel and the British official enhance trade cooperation and increase British investments to Egypt as he met today with John Humphrey, British Commissioner for Trade with Africa?
I believe that commerce and investment has become a direct subject along with any delegations or cooperation lines with any country. And I believe today's meeting comes in the same field. We're talking about using our own friendly relations with countries and those who are in charge to increase the level of investment and to reach out for a better and a stronger cooperation based on our own solidarity, our own identity, which is, we're talking about the greatest civilization and the greatest identity in the world, along with mutual understanding and mutual interest in that field, or with this, under this umbrella. We are talking about the Egyptian concept and the Egyptian vision, cooperation and with each and every country in this field. So investment, today's language, economy is the tongue of much of the negotiations that comes in a prior file, along with any discussions that comes along with politics. Today, politics is economy, and economy is politics. So we have to do this. We have to increase our field of investment, which with each and every country that we can. As I said, based on our own identity, our own solidarity, and with mutual understandings between the two countries.
So, sir, how do you weigh economic relations between Egypt and the United Kingdom?
We have a strong relations, goes way back to decades, and we have too many subjects to discuss and so many fields to have our own cooperation, economically, intellectually, politically. Although we disagree in so many files, especially in our foreign affairs file, but still we have the strong relations between the nations, the Egyptian nation and the English nation. That comes in a very important corner, along with the investments that we believe that we are opening gates for any investments from Britain or any other country in Europe, whether from the east or from the west. We are opening gates for any investments that comes along with our own solidarity and comes for, and does what we believe that it could be doing better steps for cooperation between Egypt and any country, especially Britain, of course.
So, Mr. Amr, what is your take on Egypt's status as a major trade and investment partner in the region?
We have a leading part, and we have a great and huge potentials, by all means. We have the expertise, we have the raw materials, we have the capabilities, and we have the capitals, and we have the strong base that the government and the military economical association and industrial association has built and still building, and we need more. That's a great asset to discuss and to build upon. Taking a new direction with our relations with Britain, we need to have a new dimension in our relations with Britain, we need to increase their investment, and we also need for them to be more cooperative in the political files, especially in the Palestinian case.
Yes, also Egypt is attractive to British tourists, especially in the coastal areas. How can we increase the inflow of British tourists to Egyptian destinations?
Well, I believe that step that was taken by connecting the governmental efforts along with the private sector efforts that can do very well for this field. To attract more touristic groups from Britain and from all over Europe and from all over the world. We have the greatest civilization, we have the greatest monuments, we have the greatest assets historically, and we believe that we deserve to have the leading role and the leading place in the region, in this field. Of course, we are the greatest civilization in the world. So I believe that with this step that was taken only just a year ago or 2 years ago, we are talking about more potentials, more chances, more open gates for touristic groups to come from Britain and all over the world. Or despite the ring of fire that is circling around the whole region, which is making it not a first priority for the world to think about tourism right now, but tourism is one of the strategic fields and strategic pillars for our own economy.
So, sir, also, how do you evaluate Egypt's efforts in supporting Africa's economic and sustainable development?
The history will never forget that Egypt in the past 10 years has taken the hand of the African continent into the international economical field. We're talking about the G7, the G20. Africa was there because of us, because of Egypt, because of Egypt's connections and Egypt's potentials and strong strategies that is based on our looking forward a better and a stronger relations with the African brothers in roots, and deal with the whole world as the leader of this continent. And of course, we have started a new direction of strong relations with our friends and brothers in Africa, using the economical, the industrial, and even the mega projects that we have established, and we need to establish more in Africa with the same strategy that we have started establishing our own mega projects, patriotic projects in Egypt. The same we can do in Africa, and they are welcoming. They have their welcoming hands, and I believe the welcoming hands in Somalia in the past few days to our own soldiers and troops represents the same vision that comes from the 60s, from when we have established the strongest basis of relations with the Africans, taking the leading role in liberating the nations and the countries of Africa.
So, sir, how do you see the importance? What's your take on Egypt's status as a major trade and investment partner in the region? As we know that Egypt is the gate to the African continent, and also it is attractive to all European investors as a gate to Africa. So how do you see this?
Well, indeed, Egypt is the gate and the guardian of this continent, and the true guardian for the best interests and the solidarity of the countries and the nations of Africa. From this concept, we can deal, and we should deal, and the whole world should deal with Africa throughout that concept. Egypt is the gate of Africa, and each and every investment can be and should be under the umbrella of the mutual understanding and the mutual interest, the Egyptian and the African and the worldwide interest, both working both sides, not just for the benefit of the Western world that have a disgraceful history in invading and colonizing the continent, and still we are witnessing too many countries that are trying to liberate its economy and policy from the Western influence. We have to deal with this step by step by getting close to the African countries, the African leaders and the African nations, and deal as one hand, one vision, with one platform with the world, whether with the East or with the West. The Africans believe in Egypt. All we have to do is to deepen up that feeling, that belief, and for the whole world to realize that without Egypt, they can never achieve a solidarity and a fruitful cooperation that goes and gives the best results for all nations, whether in Africa or abroad.
Mr. Abdel Rahman, political analyst and journalist, thank you, sir, for being with us. And back to our reports. Minister of Foreign Affairs Abdel reiterated Egypt's profound concern about the possibility of a Gaza-style operation being replicated in the West Bank in a meeting with the UN Chief Coordinator for Humanitarian Affairs and Reconstruction in Gaza Strip. During the meeting, which was held at the headquarters of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in the new administrative capital, Abdel, stressed the urgent need to address military escalation in the West Bank. Details follow. Minister of Foreign Affairs Abdel reiterated